Woman, eh. Woman, eh. Woman, asalo una ma woman dem o. Asalo una ma woman dem for all over the world. Asalo una. For whichever place una dey you watch the video. Whether una dey na for farm or una dey for market or una dey for work or una dey for house or una dey for motor to drive go someplace. Asalo una o. Una welcome for my take. My name na Gina F. Today I dey wan talk about parents trusting their children. Parents, listen to your children. Parents, create space for communication with your children. These three things in way I don't talk and so. Listen to your children. Trust your children. Create space for your children. Be very important for picking their life. And it be very important for picking their safety. Today, I want to focus on picking their safety. When I mean say safety, means say we picking them well-being depend on us, parents. I know say a lot of crazy people they out there. A lot of perverts people, the mentally sick people they out there. We will not feel control that one their own. But we feel control our own. Where we are the dive to na say. A lot of time when picking them don't be abused and they come to their parents for tell them say A-Y-Z, don't rape me or don't touch me inappropriately. Or if not the one the way that they stay with the people, then tell say this person they treat me like a slave. I want say parents them make una listen to that picking them very well and take action to that word. That saying where God forbid that person where come with that saying say picking them the life. Who get for remove that saying? Make sure say that saying make we move on from our mindset. I don't know for who say my sister, them for who say where parents them, African parents them, will come out with that belief system. Say picking them the lie. I don't know for who say that thing come out, but I want say make we stop that thing say picking them the lie. Because most of the time them, when that people where they abuse their picking them, when they're picking them, they tell them, say, I go tell my mommy, I go tell my papa. That stupid abuse at them. The word where they go tell that picking and say, yeah, mommy, they no go believe you. Parents, for real. How who's we will come out for reach to this level of thing where will not trust picking them to a point where people will take advantage of lack of trust for kids to abuse them. For the lack of belief for kids to abuse them. I know say the abuse and they already get their problem. That one a different story. But me today I want focus for we parents. Make we stop that thing say picking the lie and the listen for we picking them. When you are picking waka come for you say mommy, this uncle, this neighbor, this pa, this brother, this cousin, don't touch me inappropriately. Una take them into action. Una react as it come out from the mouth for that picking immediately. Picking come for you say this uncle, this neighbor, this brother, I recall that thing so because now the people then that way they rape with pikin them. Person where they abuse their pikin, they ever come up from afar. Now that neighborhood people, that people them inside your circle. Now them, they abuse their pikin them. When that pikin they come, tell you, say this person don't do me this thing, you get for act immediately as the pikin talk am, because the pikin no go come talk am if it never happen. And even if the pikin dey lie, I not talk say the pikin dey lie, more even things say the pikin dey lie. There is no smoke without fire. You need to dig the root of it. And no pikin no go normally lie. Pikin them, I know African pikin them. Una say una know. Where we grow so the way we grow. Sex. Who they talk about that kind of thing? Una know the first talk for her. So who's that pikin go come out with a magnitude thing like that for him up? Can't talk for you. And then you not believe it. Because the person wait tell you say do the action. You know one believer. Say that person if you do that thing. Eh? Make I tell una new select. People where they rape una picking them. People where they abuse una picking them. People where they torture una picking them. Always that family person, that neighbor, that person where una know one very well. Na them to do one. Not be always that young crazy boy them way them dey for kate the way would always think say na them fit do. I no work for night because that boy them, that banga smoker them. They for the way they think I should do something. Yes, that one then did their own. I know that one, but not be always them. Small picking them. Now mostly your inner cycle, your neighbor, your cousin, your brother, your uncle, sometimes pa for us picking them. Always inner cycle. So when pikin come for you, mommy, say this man don't do me this thing. Take that pikin very, very, very serious. Because the thing where that pikin they move and so talk and for him up not true. A man no lie una. When una bushi that pikin, there was one that say, when they pikin the wife you see, say, hey, shut up, shut up, shh. You don't go even leave and make pikin shut up. You go to draw pikin here, pass go for back here. Wait, you talk so for your mom. Wait, which kind of talk when you talk so for your mom? You no go even listen. You go beat pikin on top torture where pikin don't go through. You go take another torture, add them on top for them. Una know the thing way una they do for that pikin in life. Una know the gravity of the thing way would they do, where parents they do for pikin the way they need to listen to them their life. If God not help that pikin, the soul where that pikin them go develop them. If God not help una, that pikin go grow up for become an adult where he no go get a soul. When I mean say he no go get a soul, it go become so wicked to human to a point where it go do things that will corrode them. You no go fear. Just because of that pain. When I not listen to him, when he can't talk. When I draw an ear, shh, go for back. And I not even give listening room. I beg una, my sister them. If we not stop this madness, say picking them the lie, we are putting our children out there for anybody for do them thing where they like and with them. I not think say na things that we want for picking them. I not think say na things that we want for picking them. Because they go continue for the do and they go free. Nobody know they do them nothing. Because so would they hide that secret? Would they protect that family person? Would no one talk that shame out there? But may I ask you a story? May I ask you something? Would no one talk that shame out there? Will life be more important for una at that moment? Or will life be more a danger at that moment? Is it that fool way rape your child picking? Or is it your child's life? Because man no lie una. If una ever done the watch these boys and way, these people, them, these adults, the way they grow up, be thief, so one them I say get them be na aquara, as they call the name prostitute and all that stuff. If una they ever watch that thing, that people them when they want ask them, interview them, their lifestyle, what happened for their life, why they choose that path, why they choose this thing, when una listen them, childhood abuse. It boiled down to childhood abuse. And when una want hear who abuse them, only inside the circle, no far, only inside, na uncle, na cousins, na that big man for corner house, that neighbor for corner house, that neighbor where all man they respect them. Na so. Only inside the circle, na for the way those people they come out. So parents them, with duty na to protect with children them. I just want beg una for this video say today say. Make una learn for listen to una pikin them. Make una learn for trust una pikin them when they tell una something say not true. Because 90% of the time not true. In fact, sometimes 99% of the time not true. Especially if pikin come say they don't abuse it, they don't rape it. Not true. Una stop for leave rapists and you go free. They destroy una picking their life. I beg una. And finally, we always forget room for communication with who picking them. We always for create that that enable environment where we picking them feel calm, talk for we freely without any fear. Because so many pikin them they out there where people don't torture them, people don't abuse them, time and again, and nobody knows it because the pikin they not fit, they the fear for can't talk for their papa them, for can't tell their mommy them, because of say mommy no go first of all believe me, because of say mommy no go first of all listen me. Because for say mommy go instead beat me on top the pain. Parents, mommy them, I beg una. Una listen to una pikin them. Una always create room for communication with una pikin them. Remember, now we parents be the first line of defense for pikin them. Before any other person. And we begin their future rely on Wuhan. Healing cannot take place if we not support them, if we not help them through that process. Say make them heal. So my sister them, I take God name beg una. Una throw away that talk. Say picking them the lie. Very far away from una head. I know say picking them get their small kind thing the way they feel lie about. Like chop, thief meat, that kind thing them. Yes. But not be all time we picking the lie. Una always get for listen to una picking them when they come for talk una. And una get for take action for stop these fools, these crazy people them. When they out there for not the molest and abused una picking them. I beg una. Communication is the key to that. Una get for always give una picking them an open access to una. For come for una anytime where they want. Now you where I want talk. I love una oh, I love una oh. God bless una.